gents and teddy bears. Welcome to the Ted Coningsby Spooky Edition, live here at TED. That's right, back at the TCS HQ. This is Greyfriars Kirkyard. It is the most haunted graveyard in Britain. And we've also got, very shortly, a very special dog. Now, he's called Greyfriars Bobby. Here he is. Bless him. After his owner died, guess what? For 14 years, this dog sat by the grave because it was depressed from its owner's Ted Coningsby channel. Well, you know what? We don't let Halloween or spooky stuff just, completely destroy our day. So yeah, that was the Greyfriars Bobby dog. Now, believe it or not, after the owner died, that dog stayed on the gravestone of its owner for 14 years, ladies, gents and teddy bears. 14 years. 14 years on that gravestone because it missed its owner and until it passed away. So, my name's Nikos, you know how it is, and of course, you need to, here he is, Squadron Leader Ted Coningsby, feeling spooky. He's got his besom. So, happy Halloween, of course. Happy Samhain for those that are into the more traditional side of it all. So, Samhain and Halloween. Hails Owen, all hails Eve. And of course, Samhain. It is the pagan New Year as well for those, you know. Anyway, just saying, going a bit more traditional with that anyway. But here's Ted. So, we've got a very special trick or treat edition, ladies, gents, teddy bears. Let me just check that you can hear me as well. So, that's all good. This is a live, we've got some treats for you. We've got trick or treat, all right? What we're going to do, do you know what we're going to do is, I've got a good idea tonight. I've got a selection of videos for you. Yeah, you may have seen them. I've got some spooky videos as well. Spooky ones. Yes, I have. And I've also got, what else we got? We got, so traditionally the broom, I mean, we chose, right, the reason why we choose Ted to have a witchcraft attire is because witchcraft or witches are aviation related. They fly. And yes, it's got a full reheat and the thrust and weight ratio is amazing on it. So all is good. Right, we got some treats for you. Right, I am going to go. We've done, so let's have a look. Right, I've got some haunted stories to tell you. They're aviation related and I've got some really cool footage. And you are going to be the first to see it before it gets released in 4K tomorrow. How's that? Oh, yeah. My name's Nikos, by the way. This is our Squadron Leader, Ted Coningsby. Yes, spooky things happened at Mordor. There is an Apache right now at Holbeach smashing the range up. However, well, they don't use tracers. It's not going to be that great. So we left it for tonight. The weather got the better of us. But happy Halloween, everyone. And happy Samhain. We're going to go straight into it. We got a ghost story to tell you. Oh, yeah. Very good ghost story to tell you. We are going to start off with a treat. Or is it a trick? We've got a haunted aircraft for you. It's not far from me. A very, very haunted aircraft. If those that dare to see it will get struck down. Believe it or not, we've got a Harrier for you. That's right, a Hawker Harrier. And it's actually claimed a kill as a gate guard. RAF Wittering has a gate guardian. And it's renowned to be cursed. And it's even claimed a car. It even has a kill marking. That's right. It is renowned for its bad luck. It's injured technicians, ground crew. It even had suffered a rocket attack in Afghanistan. It smashed into electrical cables in Norway. And a lot of technicians won't go near it. Ground crew won't go near it. And I'm sure ground crew Drew won't go near it. No, he won't go, will he, Ted? No. This aircraft It's called Christine, after Stephen King's possessed car. We have, ladies, gents and teddy bears, a possessed Harrier. Let's watch it. Here we go. So this is the Gate Guardian. This footage we took today. This is today's footage, ladies, gents and teddy bears. Oh yeah. That's right. Nicknamed Christine after Stephen King's movie of the possessed killer car Christine. It's had a history of bad luck, and it should have pretty much ended its service as a Gate Guardian, but you know what? You are not safe just because it's not flying, ladies, gents and teddy bears. It's got a history of falling off jacks during maintenance work, injuring technicians, maintenance personnel, and it's even hit power lines in Norway. But what should have ended its run of bad luck in 2005 after suffering damage during a rocket attack on Kandahar Air Base in Afghanistan, it kept going. It was totaled and beyond economical repair, but it decided to put it back to good use. It was repaired externally to look pretty from the outside, but was taken to RAF Coningsby as a ground instructional airframe. But people didn't want to go near it. Then in 2011, ZD469 came to be the gate guard in Wittering. So Christine has claimed a kill as a gate guard. Now, yeah, that's right, you've heard me. It's even got a kill marking. In 2018, a car lost control on the A1 that you can just see in the background, and it crashed into the Harrier. It actually, sort of like a magnet, drove the car into the paveway bomb. That's right, which we show you on the starboard side. It nearly ripped off the driver's head. The driver survived though, and you can see the kill marking clearly. A little car which we showed you, and the Harrier, well, it had some damage, but they decided to fix it up and still be a gate guard. Interesting. So just there you can see the, here you go. This is the bomb right here, the paveway, that the windscreen went straight and nearly ripped the driver's head off. I know. Ted. Wow. So Ted's just showing you around Harrier. Ladies, gents and teddy bears, the Ted Coningsby channel are absolutely proud to say that we have donated the filler rubber, the silicone rubber for the wheels, the tyres of this Gate Guardian. And here he is. Here it is. The kill marking. You are not safe when you drive past this on the A1. You are not safe. That's markings of number 1 fighter squadron. There it is. That's what ripped through. Now then, let's go to RAF Upwood. Now, ladies, gents and teddy bears, RAF Upwood is no longer in service. However, there is a spooky story to be told. There is a teddy bear that even can be seen in the day, and it misses RAF Upwood so much that you can even see it in the day playing the electric guitar. After RAF Upwood was closed, all the personnel left, and the teddy bear was left behind. And the story goes that the teddy bear can be heard playing the electric guitar. As the personnel left, once the final crew departed back to the United States, the teddy bear was left abandoned in the main hall. Can you spot it? Will you spot the teddy bear that was left behind during Halloween? Let's find out, Ted. Let's have a look. Should we go in? There we go in. What do you reckon, Ted? There it is. Actual footage of the haunted teddy bear playing the electric guitar. So ladies, gents, teddy bears, this is RAF Upwood, a former United States Air Force base. And it saw its final closure in 2012. Absolutely, it's who got that right? It is correct. This is Jimmy Tedricks. David, well done. That is, and here we go. So, the curse of Blackjack. What's happening with Blackjack? Who knows? The story is yet to be unfolded. So, ladies, gents, teddy bears, Ted's just showing us Blackjack. Check this out. This is Ted's aircraft, and we managed to get you some spooky footage. Now then, who wants a trick or a treat? Let us know. Trick or a treat? Come on, first one to say. First one to put in the comments, trick or treat. Here we go. Who's gonna do it? Trick or treat? Come on. Trick or treat. First one to put it on here, on the chats, I'll respond. Trick. Right. You want a trick? We got a trick for you. Right. So, we've got some awesome... Right. So, coming up, we've got Lost Airfields, 2 episodes. We've got a trick for you. You ready for this? So, trick. Are you ready? Oh, yeah. Right. Here comes the trick. Get ready. Here we go.
The Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II has a little bit of a name change in the Royal Air Force. The RAF do not call it the Lightning II as it's their third Lightning, so the 2 is omitted. The first Lightning in the RAF inventory was the P-38 Lightning, and with just 1 or 2 test P-38s, the RAF weren't happy with it and cancelled the contract with Lockheed. It was never flown operationally. Entering service in 1960, the second Lightning of the Royal Air Force was the famous English Electric Lightning. With its unorthodox vertically aligned engines, this was the first supersonic jet fighter of the Royal Air Force. It could fly at Mach 2, that is twice the speed of sound, and had an awesome thrust to weight ratio. When we think of a Spitfire, we think of its little wings, but in reality, it has a larger wingspan than the Eurofighter Typhoon. The Spitfire has a wingspan of 36 feet and 10 inches, that's 11.23 metres, whereas the Typhoon has a span of 36 feet 4.5 inches, that's 11.09 metres. Unlike the Spitfire, the wings of the Typhoon are actually manufactured in two different countries. The left wing is made in Italy and the right wing made in Spain. The origin of the square D tailcoat at RAF Mildenhall dates back to World War II. At the beginning of World War II, the US Army Air Force was a small service in comparison to the air forces of Europe. At first, the US Army Air Force's deployment to Europe involved relatively small numbers of fighters and bomber aircraft, and no system of group identification was used. Though there wasn't an official marking system, some aircraft were identified by numbers painted on their fuselage. In 1943, the first tail code was introduced. The Royal Air Force used a two-digit code to denote a squadron and a third single letter to identify the aircraft within the squadron. The system was impractical in combat, so by June 1943, the first tail system appeared. During World War II, bomb groups departed from England, joined massive formations over the North Sea before heading towards their targets. In order to ensure members from the same group met and formed together, the bombers had tail markings unique to each bomb group. Tail markings consisted of a letter within a geometric shape. In the case of the 100th Bomb Group, which is the unit the 100th Air Refuelling Wing descended from, the marking was the letter D inside a square, hence the square D was formed. The square D became the official designation of the 3rd Air Division and the subordinate 100th Bomb Group, who moved to RAF Mildenhall during the war. To this day, the 100th Air Refuelling Wing is the only Air Force unit to continue using their World War II tail markings. The Red Arrows were once yellow, well sort of. Before the Red Arrows were formed, there was an aerobatics team called the Yellow Jacks, which were 5 yellow painted followed gnats. Formed at RAF Valley in 1963 after the call sign Yellow Jack of Flight Lieutenant D. Jones, the problem was the yellow colour on grey days. Rival aerobatics display teams such as the Red Pelicans flew red aircraft, which looked more effective in grey weather. It was in 1964 when the Royal Air Force amalgamated its display teams into one premier unit. The name was taken from the Black Arrows team and the colour scheme as a tribute to the Red Pelicans, so the answer was a new paint scheme of red and a name change to what we know as the Red Arrows. The unknown ace squadron leader Marmaduke Pat Pattle was possibly the greatest fighter pilot of the Royal Air Force during the Second World War. He had more than 40 kills confirmed, even in a short space of 9 months, but the actual amount in his service could have been anywhere between 50 and 60 kills. Pat flew the Gloucester Gladiator and the Hawker Hurricane. He flew with number 33 and 80 Squadron. 5 or 6 aerial combat kills, known as Ace in a day, was not unusual for Pat. He was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross and Bar. Whatever the kills, he is considered the highest scoring ace of World War II, with 15 kills in the Gladiator and 35 kills with the Hurricane, but some flying logbooks suggest this figure to be more. On the 3rd of July 1941, Pat engaged enemy aircraft near Athens in the Piraeus harbour. During the battle, an RAF pilot seen Pat engage in combat battling a Messerschmitt Bf-110 and seen Pat's Hurricane crash into the Aegean Sea. Pat did not make it out. He was only 26 years old. The maximum time a Typhoon can stay inverted on full reheats is 10 seconds. Any more time and there will be a risk of emptying the fuel tanks. The Typhoon's powerful Rolls-Royce EJ200 jet engines produces 20,000 pounds of thrust each. Currently there are three main F-35 variants, the A, B and C. But what do they do and how do they differ? Well, let's start with the A variant. The F-35A has been designed to operate from conventional runways and is the most common variant. It can take off and land just like any other fighter jet, like an F-16 or a Typhoon, and it can pull up to 9 Gs. The B variant is like the Harrier. It can land vertically like a helicopter and take off in very short distances. This allows it to operate from austere, short-field bases and a range of air-capable ships. It is the smaller of the three variants, being just slightly shorter in length. In the UK, the Royal Air Force and the Royal Navy operate the F-35B. 207 Squadron, which is the Operational Conversion Unit, and 617 Squadrons of the Royal Air Force are based at RAF Marham. The C variant is the largest of the three and is the carrier variant. The US Navy's first stealth fighter and the world's only 5th gen long-range stealth strike fighter, designed and built explicitly for aircraft carrier operations. It uses an arresting cable when landing and a catapult launch for takeoffs. Its wingspan is 8 feet larger than the A and B variant and has folding wings for space saving. It can pull around 7.5 Gs. The F-35C is operated exclusively by the US Navy. Runway numbers are actually based on direction of travel, and the numbers derive from the compass bearings of the orientation of the runway. You take the bearing of the runway's direction and then you round this off to the nearest 10. Once you have done this, you remove the last digit, leaving you with the runway number. Now, because the opposite end of the runway is 180 degrees, this is why runway numbers always have a difference of 18. Magnetic north can change dramatically over a few years. This will change the bearing of direction of travel, and therefore a runway number change will need to be made. That's a lot of scrubbing and paintwork. P7350 is the only Spitfire of the BBMF to have operated in the Battle of Britain. It is a Mark IIA Spitfire and it was shot down on the 25th of October 1940. It was flown by 20-year-old pilot officer Ludwig Martel, who was the youngest Polish pilot to fight in the Battle of Britain. Wounded by shrapnel and fighting to stay conscious, Martel managed to force land wheels up in a field near Hastings. Martel was trapped in the aircraft for 30 minutes before Home Guard soldiers found him and managed to get him out of the cockpit. P7350 was repaired and put back into service. It was ready to fly again on the 7th of December 1940, but it suffered at least 3 other incidents in which it was damaged during the remainder of its wartime service up to 1944. In 1947, P7350 was declared surplus to requirements and subsequently sold for scrap for just £25. Luckily, John Dale and Sons Limited recognised its historical importance and presented it to a museum at RAF Colin, where it remained on ground until 1967, when it was made airworthy for the film Battle of Britain. After filming had been completed in 1968, Spitfire P7350 joined the BBMF.
Does a Typhoon have a horn?
Typhoon does have a horn. Do you want me to demonstrate that to you?
Okay.
And we call it the canopy horn. And hopefully... there's the horn for you.
Excellent.
Pilots, and I had to say, Death Coningsby! I don't know exactly what it was. Hey, hello, I'm Steven de Vries. I go by Vrieske. I'm the Belgian F-16 solo display pilot. Welcome, Death Coningsby!
We finish with a marvellous bonus fact, and it is a military aviation achievement. On the 5th of March 2021, Captain Steven de Vries, known as Vrieske, of the Belgian Air Force, flew on a historic flight and continued to break records in his F-16. He is the first Belgian pilot to have flown 5,000 hours in an F-16, making him one of few to have done this. He is the only non-US pilot to have achieved this too. On the day of his historic flight, Vrieske flew with 3 other F-16s, and between all 4 pilots stacked up a massive 16,000 hours of flight time in F-16s. He was the 2022 Belgian Air Force F-16 solo display pilot. Oh yeah! Ladies, gents and teddy bears, I hope you'll enjoyed Ted's top military aviation facts. Do smash that like button, and of course do support our channel by subscribing. Do make sure you hit that notification bell button where you'll be notified of our latest and greatest videos. Also, have a little look about joining our Ted Coningsby squadron. Hit the join button. See you soon. Wish you well.
Look at this guy. What did you think? What did you think? Tell you what, ladies, gents and teddy bears, let me just fix this guy up here. What was your favourite fact? Let me know. Let me know what were your favourite fact. First of all, Margot Baxter, a spooky march. Spooky march for Margot Baxter for that super chat. Let me know. I want to know your favourite fact of that. Let me know. Come on. What was your favourite fact on those top 10 plus the bonus? Let me just sort this out here and out. Margot, honestly, thank you very much for that super chat. Thank you. It's a guards, a witch. I'll tell you what, a witch's flyby. I'll tell you, yeah, we'll do that. A witch's glide. There's no guards marches tonight. It's a witch's glide. Meh, thank you. Oh, we got... Oh, dear. That's not good. Even at home, he's not. Meh, thank you for that. For surviving Christine. That was wicked. Thanks a lot, man. Margot gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Thank you so much. And Aaron Oxford gifting a Ted Coningsby membership as well. Thank you so much. Hit the like. Come on. Let's get this on. Come on. And I want to know what your favourite fact is of those top 10. Come on. Let me know. What was your most interesting fact of that? We've got the F-30. we got a lot saying about the F-35. We got Sammy B, the Lightning, not using the 2. Andrew Porter about the F-35. Got Graham about the Typhoon's horn. Different variants, says Karen. The time limit. Yanis Gotsis about the Typhoon flying inverted. Fact 11. The hours from Aaron Oxford. Nice one, man. Typhoon has a horn. Chris blocks them. Rodder's out the way. 5,000 now. We've got loads of you across between. We got the Horn, we got Vriska with the F-16 and the F-35. The Typhoon, we got quite a few. How many G's could the broom pull? Well, it could definitely pull a +9. Right, so guess what? Right now, next, I've got a treat for you now. So, are you ready for this? We have coming up. I've got unseen footage. It's coming out tomorrow in 4K, but I've got a little snippet for you. Check this out. What's coming over the hill? Is it a... What's coming over the hill? What do you reckon? What's coming over the hill? Are you ready? Here we go. I know, sound, I know. Yep. Okay. One sec, let me fix that. A little live, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm going to flip this round a bit.
This is a very special Ted Coningsby episode. This is the story of why Ted's beret goes flying and the meaning of it. Also, you will know who it honours. Well, I know many of you ask why not stitch the beret to Ted's head. Well, I wouldn't like someone sewing a needle through my head. The reason why we allow the beret, should it choose to fly off naturally, we would need to go back to 1945. You may wonder at times, why is it on a sunny day that the Spitfires don't fly? It isn't always due to the rain, or the sun in fact, it is to do with the speed of the wind. If it is too windy, the BBMF may have to cancel their departures. Spitfires back in their prime days would need a procedure called rough weather procedure. This would involve someone sitting on the tail of a Spitfire to stop the aircraft from tipping over. The Spitfire has very narrow landing gear, so in windy conditions the weight of a person would hold it down by sitting on the tail. Once the tops were removed, the person sitting on would jump off before takeoff. However, on the 9th of February 1945 at RAF Upwood in Lincolnshire, flight mechanic Margaret Horton of the Women's Auxiliary Air Force was called for a rough weather procedure on a Spitfire Alpha Bravo 910. As Margaret was sat on the tail of the Spitfire, the pilot was unaware of the rough weather procedure and had no idea he was carrying a passenger on the tail of his Spitfire. The ground crew removed the chocks and the pilot took off, carrying Margaret with him. Margaret wrapped herself around the fuselage and gripped onto the elevator with just 3 fingers. This was to get the attention of the pilot so that he would realise there was something wrong. But although the fin made it difficult for her to fall off, she was experiencing blood rush to the head and feeling like she was going to black out. It was around 600 feet that the pilot realised that there was something wrong with his elevator, but still unaware that he was carrying Margaret on the back. He requested permission to land the aircraft. The flying control officer chose not to tell the pilot that he was carrying a passenger on the tail of his aircraft, not to startle the pilot. It was only after the whole episode that the pilot was informed of the incident. Margaret's beret had stayed on the whole time until the aircraft came to land. This is the connection with Ted's beret. Berets were given by the king, and losing your beret came with a forfeit of 2 weeks' wages. Once the aircraft slowed down, Margaret slipped off the aircraft and retrieved her beret. This is pretty much what Ted does, and this is why we allowed the beret to go flying, and it is in honour of Margaret Horton.
Okay. Might have, not sure what happened there.
Margaret slipped off the aircraft and retrieved her beret. This is pretty much what Ted does, and this is why we allowed the beret to go flying, and it is in honour of Margaret Horton.
Right, sorted. Right, I'm just going to roll back that F-35 video. Let me just see what happened there. That was really strange. Sorry about that. It is Halloween. It's spooky. Supposed to do that. Let me try the F-35 again. Here we go. Okay, so seems like the F-35 has got a few issues loading. Okay, no worries. I'll try it again. Right, okay, let's try.
Welcome to our first episode of Lost Airfields. Ted and I are at RAF Kingscliff, a former Royal Air Force satellite station located near the village of Kingscliff in Northamptonshire. It is not far from the active Royal Air Force Wittering. The construction of RAF Kingscliff began in 1940 and began operating in 1941 as a satellite station for RAF Wittering. It was home to both the Royal Air Force and the United States Army Air Force. The first squadron to arrive at RAF Kingscliff was 133 Fighter Squadron, who brought with them their Spitfire Mark Vs on the 29th of September 1941. 133 Squadron were known as the 3rd Eagle Squadron and formed in RAF Fighter Command. Several squadrons were based here at RAF Kingscliff, which included 75, 91, 93, 266 and 485 Squadron. Founded in 1942 as part of the Free Belgian Forces during World War II, 349 Squadron, the Belgian Squadron, were also based here for a brief time. Today 349 Squadron are an honorary squadron which have retained its original name and numbering. They have been flying under the Belgian flag ever since, and some of their wonderful F-16s can be seen flying with their wonderful livery of their legacy. At the end of January 1942, 616 Squadron moved to Kingscliff, but was stationed here only until the 3rd of July 1942. 616 Squadron had with them their legendary flying ace Johnny Johnson, who later became a squadron leader with 610 Squadron, and this was days after the squadron left Kingscliff. Nicknamed Johnny, he claimed 34 victories along with shared victories and flew over 700 operational sorties. Johnny flew several missions a month at Kingscliff, and while his Spitfire was a match for the Bf-109s, Johnny then engaged with the Focke-Wulf FW-190s. According to Johnny, the Spitfire could only outperform the 190 in a turn, but all changed when a new mark of Spitfire came out. The 190 claimed many Spitfire squadron casualties, and Johnny did manage to claim a damaged FW-190 on the 15th of April 1942. Johnny said, "Yes, the 190 was causing us real problems at this time. We could outturn it, but you couldn't turn all day. As the number of 190s increased, so the depth of our penetrations decreased. They drove us back to the coast, really." In his career, he became Air Vice Marshal James Edgar Johnson with CB, CBE, DSO and 2 bars, a DFC and bar and DL. The Royal Air Force ceased to operate here at RAF Kingscliff in August 1943, on the same year that the airfield was extended. The United States Army Air Force were assigned to Kingscliff as Station 367 and became the most northerly and furthest west of all 8th Air Force fighter stations. The problem was, for the United States Army Air Force, was that the nearest fighter area to have escort flights was over 50 miles west. The first United States Army Air Force squadron to arrive was 347th Fighter Squadron, who arrived in December 1942 with the Bell P-39s. The 347th were part of the 350th Fighter Group, who were located at RAF Duxford. January 1943, the 56th Fighter Group of the United States Army Air Force's 8th Air Force arrived at Kingscliff from Bridgeport, Army Air Force, Connecticut, with 347th Fighter Squadron returning to RAF Duxford. The group consisted of the following squadrons: 61st, 62nd and 63rd Fighter Squadrons. Today, these three squadrons fly the F-35 Lightning II. The 56th Fighter Group didn't actually fly any operational missions from RAF Kingscliff, but spent its time learning RAF fighter control procedures and training for combat with their Republic P-47 Thunderbolts. The 56th transferred to the 65th and left Kingscliff in 1943. On the 26th of August 1943, the 20th Fighter Group arrived from March Army Air Force, California. The group was under the command of 67th Fighter Wing of the 8th Fighter Command. Squadrons here were the 55th, the 77th and the 79th Fighter Squadrons, who flew the Lockheed P-38 Lightnings and the North American P-51D Mustang. The 20th were identified by their black and white stripes along the cowlings and tails of their aircraft. Today, the three fighter squadrons fly the F-16s. The 20th Fighter Group entered combat with Lockheed P-38 Lightnings late in December 1943, and for several months were engaged primarily in escorting heavy and medium bombers to targets on the continent. The group retained escort as its primary role until the end of the war, but in March 1944 they began to fly fighter bomber missions, which became almost as frequent as escort operations. The squadrons strafed and dive bombed various targets such as airfields, trains, vehicles, barges, bridges, flak positions, gun emplacements, barracks, radio stations and other targets over France, Belgium and Germany. The 20th were known as the Loco Group because of their attacks on locomotives. The 20th engaged in the Battle of the Bulge by escorting bombers to the battle area. They flew patrols to support the airborne attack across the Rhine in March 1945 and continued to escort fighter bomber missions until the end of April 1945. The 20th Fighter Group inactivated on the 18th of December 1945. After the war, The field was used by the Royal Air Force for armament storage until being sold and returned to agricultural use in January 1959.
Oh yeah. How we doing, ladies, gents, teddy bears? I hope you're all enjoying the show so far. It's been awesome. I'm trying to, my door's going off quite crazy at the moment. I've been turning the mic off. Anyway, how did you enjoy Kingscliff? Now, normally I would have the F-35 video before this, but I've worked out the problem, so it's all good. Naturally, I'm going to roll on the next Lost Airfields, and then hopefully I'll get you the F-35 video. How we all doing? How we feeling? Thank you so much. I just want to say a big shout out to everyone that's tuned in. Don't forget to hit the like button. And this is a spooky time because I've got some more spooky videos for you. Coming up, we've got the RAF Harrington video as well, and of course the F-35s. And I think we should put on maybe a Mordor video. What do you reckon? I think we should. Some spooky time for you all. Let's have a little look. So I just want to say a big shout out to everyone. Got David who has given us a super chat. Thank you, David, for some Halloween treats for the bears. Thank you very much. A witch's flyby for you. A witch's fly past. Don't forget, witches is male and female. It's a word for both male and female. The witch. Rob Dunn, thank you very much for the super sticker. Witches fly past. Aaron Oxford gifted a Ted Coningsby membership. Thank you very much. And thanks a lot, Meth, as well. Alan Burden, 5 months membership. How you all doing anyway? How you all feeling? I hope you're all good. Paul Wilson White, member for 4 months as well. Thank you for your hard work and dedication to bring this content to us. I will always support you. Thank you very much. Just want to say a big shout out to everyone. The F-35 video is nearly ready. So how we all feeling? How we all doing? I hope you're all good on this Halloween spooky treat time. I'm just going to see who's on the chats. And Lauren, Ellie J. Approach, Margot Baxter, Chris Bloxer, Dr. Soda, my spanner flight. Thank you very much. Even tonight. Thank you very much. And it's a spooktacular show. So, what we're going to do, we're going to roll on to our next Lost Airfields because we feel that it is quite related to spooky times. So, this one has got a little morbid twist. You ready?
Welcome to episode 2 of the Ted Coningsby series, Lost Airfields. And Ted and I are at RAF Harrington in Northamptonshire. RAF Harrington was built in September 1943, and it was the home of the famous 801st Bomb Group, who took part in the famous Operation Carpetbagger. During the Cold War, Harrington was a Thor missile site designed to deliver atomic warheads to the Soviet Union. The original plans for RAF Harrington was to become a satellite for 84th Operational Training Unit, Royal Air Force at RAF Desborough. After the airfield's completion in the spring of 1944, the station's new intentions were intended for heavy bomber use, and Harrington was allocated to the United States Army Air Force's 8th Air Force, and was a designation Station 179. The first to enter service of the United States Army Air Force were the 801st Bombardment Group, who arrived from RAF Alconbury on the 25th of March 1944. The group were equipped with the consolidated B-24 Liberators, and the group became known as the Carpetbaggers. The Carpetbagger missions were to fly B-24 Liberators with all armament removed, with the exception of armament from the top or tail turrets, and it was to drop supplies to enemy-occupied countries, to resistance groups in France, Denmark, Belgium, Norway and Holland. Most of the sorties were flown to support patriots in northern France. Bomb shackles were removed from the bomb bay, and pretty much every space in the Liberator was utilised to carefully fit as many supplies as possible, with special supply canisters. Oxygen bottles, radio gear or anything that could be removed to fit more supplies were carried out. Also, carpetbagger missions would involve delivery of personnel and agents to the field, with the occasional return of some of the personnel from the field. The missions had to be done at night and at low level. The B-24s were not escorted by fighter aircraft. There were many losses. Special routes had to be chosen to avoid action from enemy aircraft. The aircraft would have to drop below 2,000 feet to avoid detection by radar and avoid potential enemy threat attacks. The takeoffs from Harrington were done carefully, and although night missions were standard, the moon played a major part in the success for each mission. The moon had to be out, making the ground visible to the navigator and bombardier. When the drops were made, the pilots would drop to low level at anywhere between 300 to 600 feet, depending on what was being dropped, such as personnel. Speed had to also be reduced to not damage parachutes. So the process for a carpetbagger mission would start off at the HQ of the OSS, now known as the CIA. Targets were plotted and planned at around 1700 hours the day before the mission, but on the next day, on the day of the mission at 0900 hours, the weather conditions would be carefully analysed and planned for a carpetbagger mission, and to see if it would go ahead in the night. 2 hours later, squadron commanders are called, they meet and look at the maps in a group operations room. There are tabs pinpointing the targets for that night. Targets were assigned to squadrons, with squadron leaders selecting targets. Any disagreements between squadrons were decided by a toss of a coin in some situations. Then there would be a series of briefings, meetings, and of course loading the aircraft. The night missions lasted about 5 to 8 hours. In August 1944, the 801st Bombardment Group absorbed by the 492nd Bombardment Group Heavy. The 492nd was a hard luck B-24 group which had lost 52 aircraft to enemy action in only 89 days, suffering 588 men killed or missing. Rather than try to rebuild the shattered group, the group was stood down and the surviving members were reassigned to their other units in the theatre. The group seized carpetbagger missions on the 16th of September 1944. The 492nd returned to the clandestine carpetbagger operations over Germany and German-occupied territories, using B-24 and A-26 and British Mosquito aircraft in March 1945 to drop leaflets, demolition equipment and agents. The unit flew its last carpetbagger mission in April 1945. After the war, Harrington fell into disuse, but its fate was to be given new life for another sinister time. In 1955, the contract from the US government for the development of an IRBM, Intermediate Range Ballistic Missile System, went to the Douglas Aircraft Corporation, which, by prodigious feats of engineering and design, delivered the first SM-75 Thor missile in October 1936. And despite an inauspicious start in the test flight program, the first 4 launches ended in failure. The system was declared operational, though, in 1959. The plan was to deploy the Thor missiles to Britain, and a proposal was put forward in 1957, and was even proposed that it would cost Britain nothing, with the exception of funds needed to prepare the site preparations and building works. To avoid political complications, the weapons would be manned by the Royal Air Force, though the nuclear warheads would remain under the American control. The plan was to have 20 reformed Royal Air Force squadrons and operating 3 missiles each. After its number, each squadron would carry the initials SM, that strategic missile. Now, these are the only RAF squadrons ever to bear this designation. RAF Feltwell was the first to be designated as 77 SM and was reformed at Feltwell on the 1st of September 1958. In 1959, Harrington was also chosen to become a Thor missile site, number 218 SM. Now that Harrington was a Thor missile site, it was nearly involved in the world's first ever nuclear war. In 1962, during the Cold War, the Soviet Union placed missiles on the island of Cuba. In 1959, Castro had led the communists into Cuba and had taken control. The Soviet Union had promised to support the communists and defend Cuba with their Soviet weapons. Therefore, as part of the agreement, Soviet Premier Khrushchev installed nuclear missiles on Cuba. The USA had also installed missiles in Turkey. The USA cut off supplies to the island and demanded that missiles to be removed from Cuba. With Thor sites on standby, with the Soviet Union and the United States ready to press a button, this was the closest the world has ever come to nuclear war. President John F. Kennedy and Khrushchev exchanged messages and both agreed to stand down. The US would never invade Cuba, and they would remove the withdrawal of missiles that they had set out in Turkey. Khrushchev also removed the missiles from Cuba, and both carried out their promises, and nuclear war was avoided, and the crisis was over by late November 1962. This is known as the Cuban Crisis. The nuclear missile site of Harrington is now protected as a Grade 2 listed building as an example of Cold War architecture. So if you'd like to find out more, don't forget you can visit the Harrington Museum and the Carpetbagger Aviation Museum too. There's also a Thor exhibit as well. We'll put a link in the description so that you can find out more and to find out when the opening times are, because they open and close at certain times of the year.
Golf India, Brian Stone,
So what did you think about the Lost Airfields back to back? What did you think? What did you think of the Kingscliff and Harrington episodes that we've got? Those are our 2 episodes. What did you think of that? Now, you won't be able to guess, because I get a lot of this. I get people asking me how I choose them. They're outside the box. They're way out. They are absolutely way out. You won't get the next one, the 3rd episode that I've got planned. It won't be out until... Right, okay, if we say we're in November, pretty much... It won't be out till February. However, it doesn't mean I can't fit one in. But the 3rd episode won't be out until the 3rd of... The third episode won't be out until sort of February in the new year. But let's face it, November and December are almost here. So November around the corner. So yeah, let me know what you'd like as well. I do like to hear things, but do you know what? The more I get to hear of what you want, the more I think, okay, they thought about that one. Let me think outside the box. I usually pick the ones that aren't heard of, if you know what I mean. Like, although you may tell me some bases and lost airfields, I may think, I may have a look if there's one that's sort of hidden. The one that, the silent whisper in the background. Anyway, look, listen, hope you enjoyed that. I've got some witches fly pasts to do. That's what we're going to call it. Happy Halloween, everyone. Hope you're good. Right, so we've got David for some Halloween treats. Hey! Rob Dunn, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Paul Wilson White, thank you for your hard work and dedication to bring this content to us. I always support you. Thank you very much. Yannis Godsis, of course, thank you. Love the history. Thank you very much. Spooky 10 and everything else. Love to all the TCS. Martin Skeet for Nikos to buy some more energy drinks for his live rendition of the Spluffage song. Okay, I can do that. Aaron Oxford, thank you so much for the best and only military aviation channel on Earth. Salmon Chocken and Flying Saucers for all. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. And happy Halloween to everyone. Synchro Tones for an unmute button. Kidding. I know, I'm working on that. I'm trying my best. I don't want anything in the background and I keep forgetting to do it. Right, listen. Right, this is going to be a little live edit. Right, while I drag this across. Let me see if I can pull this off. This is going to be funny. Right, so we're going to try and do the F-35. Yeah, I think it'll be alright. Okay, I think we're going to be alright with this one. What it was, the problem was... And by the way, thank you for tuning in, everyone. Thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying it. We are live. We are live. We're here. Hi, how you doing? And, right, it's going to be a little live drag. There we go. And we're on. Press the mute button, so I'm going to leave it. So anything that goes on in the background, what's that over the hill? Is an F number of some description. Ted Coningsby channel, live at home, bringing you some unseen footage that will be released tomorrow. It's spooky time. Yeah, you can hear me in the background. That's good. Oi, oi! Here we go! Ted Coningsby channel. Come on. Hit the like. 256 of you tuned in. Come on. So this was filmed last night, ladies, gents and teddy bears. I stayed on after all that time. I stayed on there and on.
Sammy B, John Minter, Siobhan Hobson Ward, Charlotte, Mike Weaver, Daniel Walker, Rob Dunn, Lauren, Margot Baxter, oh yeah, Meth, Isla, Isla Gibson, David, Ellie J Approach. Woo! Teddy bears, it's Halloween special, and I think I've got this right. Oh yeah. Woo!
about to go flying in an F-35A with the Valkyries. Oh, yeah. Go on, Ted. Come on. Look at this. Get ready. And you know how they do it. Come on. Reheat. Or afterburners. Who loves this? The catwalk at night, lady. That heat haze with the silhouette of the F-35. This is an absolute shot. It is dark and Lakenheath is hot. Rest in peace, DMX. Beautiful. doing? Daniel Walker, Chris Bloxham, Joshua Brown, Synchrotones, Marco Bassa, Yanni, Diganis, Yanni Godzis, how you doing? DJ Approach Good from watching from Germany, Margot Baxter from Edinburgh, Lauren, Mark Cuthbert, Mad Mark, oi, oi. Synchrotones, how's it going as well? Hope you're good. Hope you're all well. Hope you're having a good time on Halloween. Carol, extra salmon for Ted after his night flight in an F-35. Awesome. Thanks, Lauren. Aaron Oxford. Big shout out to you. How you doing? Gary Inge. Hope you're well. Christian Burton, Zaid, Margot, Gary Inge. Hope you're all good. Oh yeah. Daniel Walker, what a shot. Enjoy. Look at this thing. Look at it. Oh yeah. How are we doing? I'll press the sound button, which we're all good. My hair got absolutely mullered outside in that rain today. How are we all doing? How are we all feeling? Happy Halloween, my absolute dedicated viewers. What did you think of those F-35s? Ted, you were in one of them? Yeah? Did you enjoy it? You went night flying. I mean, come on. Night flying in an F-35. In fact, just flying in an F-35A. Amazing. So, right, we got 2 more videos for you to have a look at. It's Halloween special. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we do some fly past, Ted, yeah? What do you reckon? Yeah, we're going to do some fly past for people. Oh, yeah. Ted deserves a hot cocoa after a flight. Wicked. A witch's fly past for you. And Meth, fly Ted to the moon. Let him fly amongst the stars. Oh, yeah. And Carol, extra summer for Ted after his night flight in the F-35. Awesome. Thank you so much. So I hope you're all enjoying this little special stream. Oh dear, the witch's hat is coming off. Look at that hat. It's beautiful, isn't it? And we chose a witch because it is aviation. Witches do fly. So we're all good. Right, what we're going to do... Right, so I've got a trick. No, it's a... Yeah, I'll put it as a trick. So, things don't always go to plan, but we caught something. You know when people go, oh yeah, you know, look in the distance. Something's going on. Well, we got a little trick for you. Some things don't always work out. And what I've got for you is a little situation that's like pretty hardcore bad. It's Halloween after all. We've got you. Do you like these, by the way? Do you like these? It's pretty cool. We've got you a little moment. We got a little situation. How about we got fuel venting and there's fuel pouring out. It doesn't quite go very well. Check this out from RAF Lossiemouth. Sorry, gonna rewind. Gonna rewind. I'm gonna rewind. Have a look. You may have missed it. You may have missed that. Have a look at the start of the video. Look out for the Typhoon way in the distance. Just have a look. I bet you missed it. I bet you didn't see it. Have a look at the Typhoon right at the bottom of the runway. There's fuel venting and there's just an absolute fuel leak. Have a look at this, because it's emotional. Have a look in the distance.
Alpha 1, ready details.
Message.
Go ahead.
Morning, authorities, it's a 9 knot tailwind on 10, so we just repeat figure in for runway 28, so repeat gas is there. So let's see, big to go off, runway 28, 1 minute considered.
Pretty bad. Emotional, that was absolutely awful. Wow. What did you think of that, ladies and teddy bears? Oh yeah. Well, I know there's not a lot of you watching right now, but you know what, at the end of the day, please hit the like button and do subscribe to the Ted Coningsby channel. Oh, Ted, what's happened there with that light? Spooky. I know. Right, what we're going to put on for everyone else now? We've got, right, why don't we could put some one final video for everyone so you can all just chill out for the rest of the evening. Why don't we put an Osprey video at Mordor? We've got to put a Holbeach video. So it's going to be our last video, ladies, gents and teddy bears. And let me just catch up with all your treats for tonight. And really, honestly, thank you so much for that. We got loads of super chats as well. We got extra salmon for Ted after his night flight in the F-35 Awesome. A Witches Fly Past. We're going to watch some witch-related movies after this. Margot, thank you so much for RAF Lossiemouth. Oh, yeah. Right, we're going to put one final video, ladies, gents and teddy bears. We're going to go for the Osprey. One sec, it's going to be a little live edit. It's probably not going to like it. Yeah, I thought so. Ted's just going crazy there. Just, let me just sort that out for you. 1 second. A little live edit. Because it didn't quite go to plan because it didn't save. Oh, look at that. Look, I'm in the bottom. It's like one of those commentary YouTube videos, man. Loving it. Right, here we go.
Appears the boat is clear of the range at this time, and our clear path is complete. There are obstructions with the targets. Looking for clearance to go out to 672.
Ah, yeah, ladies, gents, and teddy bears, we have a CV-22B Osprey from RAF Building Hall here at Holbeach Air Weapons Range, in very much like Weather from Mordor, firing the 50 caliber machine gun. Enjoy.
Golf India, Brightstone.
So I want to end the stream with a man, a legend, that is very much a household name to the Ted Coningsby channel. Yep, you got it, Brighty. What a legend, you have to admit. An absolute legend. Well, let's put a bit of spluffage to the action. Let's put a little Brighty into this. Yeah. So, ladies, gents, teddy bears, what we got next is a man that is a household name to the Ted Coningsby channel. An absolute legend. Someone that's been flying Ted. Yeah, I know you, Ted. I know you. I just want to show an amazing pilot who is so special to the Ted Coningsby channel. I'm going to put you his dust display. I'm going to put it on. I am so going to put it on.
Hi everyone, it's Flight Matt Brighty here at Bournemouth Air Festival with Squadron Leader Ted Coningsby, and this is my display.
The legend himself.
Come on, Brighty, come on.
Right. Let's just fit that in there. Oh yes, here we go. Oh my days. Oh yeah.
Hi everyone, it's Flight Matt Brighty here at Bournemouth Air Festival with Squadron Leader Ted Coningsby, and this is my display.
Come on, Brighty, come on.
Oh yes, here we go. Oh my days.
setting up for the Max Alpha.
Oh, yeah. Right. Well, do you know what? How can I end it with that? Ladies, gents, teddy bears, happy Halloween and happy Samhain to everyone. Ted, there you go. Ted, do you want your little witch's hat on? There you go. There you go. Do you want that? So this is aviation. So we don't really want to end this stream, really. I think we've got one more for you. I'll tell you what. Let's do one more. We'll do one more. I just want to say a massive thank you. God, I'm dialing emergency services on my phone. Spooky. I just want to say massive thank you for everyone who's tuned in. I reckon I got one more for you. Why don't I put one more from Brighty's amazing display? I think I should. Put this amazing display on. Yeah, I'm going to put one more on for you. It's all about take my 10 away. Right, watch this. Let's get Ted on there. There you go. Ted, you ready, boy? Let's do it. Here we go! Oh, look at this! Oh, yeah! Smelly Jet Pro, how you all doing? Oh yeah. Tris Farmer, man, what's going on? Are you all safe and well, man?
Currently at the moment, very busy. Plans coming in.
Take my Ted away. Take my Ted away. Watching every move.
Skim the sea.
Come on! Video. Who wants one more video? Come on.
That is our Royal Air Force, man.
Who wants one more video? What do you reckon? Ted, come on. There you go, Teddy. Who wants one more video? I'll tell you what. Sound is on, that's good. I'm getting used to it. Right. Ladies, gents, teddy bears, thank you so much, all of you, for tuning in on this Halloween special. Ted and I have, yeah, we didn't get much luck today, did we, Ted? Nah. Anyway, listen. I've got one more video for you. Who wants one more? Come on. Let me know. I need to hear it from you. I'm not going to put it on. You need to let me know. One more. Right. Of all the aircraft, I'm going to... maybe I'll get one more after this. Of all the aircraft, I've got something really cool to show you. Right, I'm going to just drag and drop. Right, hang on. I'm going to drag and drop it. Just wait for this. Oh, you can probably see it. It's a bit random. But it's one of my finest work, actually.
Here we go. Send it.
Well, that quietened everyone up.
They submitted their official letter of application to become a member of NATO in May 2022. Membership was ratified by all members since Finland became the 31st member of the alliance on the 4th of April this year. And there's been increasing cooperation with NATO during that process. And for example, Finnish Hornets took part in the exercise Cobra Warrior for the first time this March when they operated out of Waddington in Lincolnshire. Now in Atlas from the right. Roughly how close do you think you are? Let's say about 100 as capable now as it ever has been in the 4 decades that it's been flying. But as you say, Ben, the successor to the fleet known as the HX Fright program selected the F-35. With the Finnish Air Force, SA-18C Hornets.
Beautiful, lady sheds and teddy bears.
Well, this is a little while ago, the way that changed to the programme. In case you missed it, we're not going to be able to see
that was awesome.
A very attractively painted example marks that milestone. Can be seen in the static display adorned in a red and yellow livery, representing that used by the Swedish Air Force for its trainer aircraft types between the wars. Lined up.
Right, that's the end of the show, I think. Or do you want one more? Are we going to put one more? What do you reckon? One more, Ted? What do you reckon? So what do you reckon then? Let's get. What do you reckon? F-16? Do you want an F-16 on there? You wanna have a look? What do you reckon? Let's see what everyone's voting for. Do you want an F-16? Who wants an F-16? Not sure. I'm gonna wait. Otherwise, we're gonna end it. So, ladies, gents, teddy bears, thank you so much for tuning in. We're almost at 500 likes, which is pretty impressive for a little a local TCS HQ. Just one more F-16. All right, here we go. We're gonna put this on. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna just sort of pause that. I'm going to chuck it on there live. Here we go. If I insist. Too right, man. How's it all going? Oh, yeah. How you doing, man? Woo!
like the Gulf Centre and gun. This is a very revolutionary when it appeared, wasn't it? Thanks to its red back and 45 degrees, it reduces the column of blood in essence, particularly in the heart of the brain.
Ladies, gents and teddy bears, the Belgian F-16
Right.
solo display by the legend Vriska. And I know.
Well, you know, being Halloween, you know, it's always spooky. We haven't got a Phantom for you, but you know what? I'll get you some F-22. I've got a bit of F-22 rare footage for you. They're not that common here in the UK because we have to wait for them to get deployed. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Here we go.
Ladies, gents and teddy bears, of the 4 F-22 Raptor departures that we've just seen, this is Cube 21, who's had to make an emergency landing due to a generator failure. Pilot and aircraft are safe and well. Aw, yeah, ladies, gents and teddy bears, we've got an F-22 Raptor quick climb. This is Cube 25 taking off from RAF Lakenheath. Take it away, Ted.
Right, there's a lot of you asking for the red arrows. So, ladies, gents, teddy bears, just want to say a massive thank you for everyone who's tuned in. Okay, I will end up with the red arrows, so I'm going to go and get me some food. And we'll end up with the red arrows. Ladies, gents, and teddy bears, happy Halloween. Here we go! Oh, yeah! Here we go.
Typhoon operations as well as being the qualified flight leader of the whole T-Mark 2 as well as Chicago, where he was at Chicago's great pilot in 2010. Vocal command has very much continued to bring around to left for the 8 hours a day. Keep your eye on the formation for a dynamic objective.
Thanks, Margot.
However, ladies and gentlemen, before we go, get your cameras ready for the picture and roll.
You're good. Hey!
As the team roll to the left on the right hand side of Red 1, the aircraft are now slowing down to approximately 110 to 120 miles per hour, which means that when you control or a lot less effective, taking the pilot's grip extremely hard to leave its formation. Conversely now the aircraft is starting to accelerate through 200, through 300, back to 400 miles per hour, as the controls now become even more effective. The pilots are now working in opposite sense, controlling the more responsive aircraft. They come round to left 4, the Apollo presents. Red 4 and 5, smoke, they go down with performance, it's alongside Red 2 and 3 with Red 7 and 18 trail. And in May 2023, the Royal Air Force celebrated the 80th anniversary of Osprey, the most famous mission from World War II. They carried down in the River Valley, which of course was carried out by the famous 617, that was the squadron who, of course, still fly in today's Royal Air Force. However, now we fly the 85th generation of the once you get forward, get your cameras ready for the lightning. Sorry. As well as being a qualified flight officer on the Holbeach Mark 1. All pilots must have over 1,500 passenger hours and be assessed for rallying before they get to apply for the
Oh, look at this. Beautiful.
Interviews, mock interviews, formal flying tests and peer review. And those candidates nothing around the final two during the team and end of each season to become the new pilots for next year. Now the red 7 to the left and 8 to the right, but it's all the odd numbers on the left or the even numbers on the right. And we present our first big wing shape called Finnish.
Oh, look at this. See, that's what Wingy says, he flies by ear. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. Look at this. Precision flight right there.
One of the most popular, if not the most popular maneuver of our 2023 display. Bournemouth, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your cameras ready. As the red arrows rise the storm in. Tornado!
Here we go. Oh, look at this. Here we go.
We have red 12509 before we got very far down the line. However, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, look directly to your front.
Here we go!
In the distance, get yourselves ready for the second half. This is Detonator.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful, look at this. Ted Coningsby Channel Live, Bournemouth Air Festival.
As I said earlier, there are 10 pilots on the team. However, the radar is not just about the pilot.
The seagull.
The photographer is now known as the Blue. She's just told by the colour of their flying coverall. So number them at our PR tent here in Bournemouth. Inside those blues, there are 10 individuals who are able to fly back from our aircraft. They cannot take a full engineering concentration in the display. They'll go down to circuit. What is it with you? Every display is circuit. That's called Phil Dye.
Oh, Phil. It's our mate, Phil.
He's also responsible for many of the social
I know, we love Phil.
videos. I'm taking all of my communications from my aircraft when we fly around the display on motion.
Cool, I thought that was a red arrow to see.
We don't only 150
Oh yeah! Hello Claire, how you doing? This looks good. Beautiful. Oh, look at this. This looks good. Oh yeah. Hey!
Well, there we go, ladies, gents, and teddy bears. Well, I think that's it. Yeah, ladies, gents, teddy bears, thank you very much. Well, the Halloween special 2023 has evolved into a unplanned, very spontaneous stream with extra footage, just so we can enjoy all together with your requests as well. It was really nice. We didn't have planned the F-22s or the Red Arrows at all. It was we just let it roll. So, ladies and teddy bears, thank you very much for joining us for the Halloween special. It's been an absolute pleasure once more. And what we're going to do, that is it for the show. We're going to just roll out the last Witches Flypass. And then we'll just end it with a very, very spooky ending, which would have been the same as the front, but maybe some of our viewers at the beginning may not have seen it at all that had just joined us late. So, Carol, Margot, James Beatwell, James Beatwell, thank you very much. A Witch's Flypass, thank you very much. LEJ Approach, thank you for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, Daniel Walker for another terrific show on the TCS. Thanks Ted, our flying hero, thank you very much. Meth, 2 more videos for the tenner. Well, you got it, you got your 2 videos. Meth, God, you got a, for the F-22 and the Claire Bet interruption, a Witch's Flypass for you. Oh yeah. LEJ Approach as well, and Daniel Walker, a Witch's Flypast. Neil Frozen Oak, thank you very much. Super Sticker, thank you very much. Witch's Flypast, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, bears, we're going to catch you in the morning. Tomorrow we're going to head off, and thank you very much. Oh yeah, it's been great. Thank you, honestly. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and just checking out the chats. Yeah. Right, we're going to end it with a ending. Here we go. Should we go Greyfriars? What do you reckon? Got quite a few spooky endings. I'll tell you what, as it's coming up to the end now, yeah, I know, I've got a choice here. Thanks everyone, take care, have a lovely evening, good night, thank you very much, this will end naturally. Thank you very much for tuning in, good night everyone, take care, happy Halloween. Oh yeah.